Canning up the turkey stock. Previously, in another video, I showed you how to make some turkey stock with all the leftover turkey bones from your Thanksgiving. I put them all in this roaster. I used all the bones from the legs, the breasts, and threw in some onion scraps, garlic, carrots, celery, and then filled it up with water, and then I left it cook for about 36 hours. And last night I went ahead and emptied out all of the bones, all of the veggie scraps, and I left the stock in the roaster for overnight to cool off until early this morning, and then it was time to can it up. This roasting pan that I use, every time that I make stock in it, it actually does a full canner's worth, 7 quarts. So every time that I know that I need to make stock, I can always make an entire canner at one time. As long as this roaster is filled up to the top, once you have all your bones and your scraps or whatever you're using, and fill it up to the top with water. And then if you cook it for 24 to 36 hours and you take out all of the bones and your seasonings and all the leftover veggies and everything, then what's left in that roasting pan will be enough to do 7 quarts worth of turkey stock. And because this is turkey stock, it still has a little bit of the fat in it. I skimmed most of the fat off, but it still has a little bit on it. So you want to make sure that you use some vinegar on a paper towel and wipe off your rims, so you don't have a problem with any of your lids not sealing. So you want to make sure that that vinegar cuts right through the grease. So make sure you wipe your rims really good with it. Now it's time to get the canner all set up. I'm going to put some cold water into the canner because my stock is cold, the jars are cold, so we're going to put some cold water in the canner, and then we will put our quart jars into the canner, put the lid on, and bring it up till it starts the constant steam, and then we'll set a timer for 10 minutes before we put the weight on it. And here is the steam coming out of the valve here, and you want to make sure that now you set a timer for 10 minutes. You want that stream of steam to come out for 10 minutes so you know that your canner has come up to pressure. And here we put the weight on, and once it starts jiggling, we'll turn it down a little bit, and then I will set my timer for 25 minutes for quarts. That is what, for quart jars and stock, you will need to pressure can them for 25 minutes. And 25 minutes is up, and time to turn off the timer, turn off the stove, and we'll pull the canner off of the hot burner. And we'll let this sit here for about 20 minutes until all of the pressure has been released. And here, as you see it, as I pull up the weight, there's no steam coming out, so all the pressure has been released. And we are going to open up the canner away from us so we don't get a steam burn. And then we will be able to remove the jars and let them set overnight to make sure that they all get a good seal on them. Then tomorrow I will come in and I will mark the jars, date the jars, take the rings off, and clean them before putting them on my shelf. Look how dark and beautiful this turkey stock is. That is why I like to cook it overnight at least 24 hours to get a nice dark broth. I hope you enjoyed this second part in canning the turkey stock. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. And if you would be so kind and hit that subscribe button below, then you can be notified anytime that I post another video. And I hope to see you all again soon. And again, this is Carrie's Culinary Crafts. Subscribe!